Good afternoon, Enid, and welcome to another fabulous city management update. My name is Larissa Sloan, and with me today,
I'm Jerald Gilbert.
Jerald
It's great
Gilbert.
to be here with you,
It's
Larissa.
great to be here with you too. So, what's some fun things that you did over the weekend?
Oh gosh, what did I do? I don't even remember, but I can tell you what I did yesterday, President's Day. I worked. We worked on a mediation for Caw Lake, and so we've got some good results there. We're going to bring back to the City Commission next Tuesday, and it's exciting. I think we might have another hurdle out of the way on acquiring one more piece of property.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I was fortunate enough on Friday to be able to attend the Gaslight Theater movie
I saw you
dinner.
there.
Yes, dinner movie theater, and that was really cool. We've never really been able to do that, and so that was neat.
It was neat.
It was very neat.
It was good. And so
Yeah.
I encourage you, get out and see some of those things. Support your local events and folks that want something to do. Well, there was something to do. That's right. I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
You and I figured out something, and we went and did it. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was fun. So we have a lot of other fun things that are going on throughout the city of Enid, and so we're gonna go ahead and jump right into them. We have the Caw Lake water storage contract signed. I know you're excited about that.
Yes, this has been years in the making. It's fantastic. You can see in the picture there's the colonel from the Corps, there's the mayor, and there's Senator Inhofe. But that storage contract was worked out over a period of years. And because of the involvement of Senator Inhofe's office and some legislation that he had put in the Water Resources Development Act recently, I guess in last year, or maybe it was in 2020, the city saved a lot of money because the Corps has a formula that they had to use to charge for water storage. And since we're going to Caw Lake, as everybody knows, we haven't been paying those fees all this time. Somehow they go back and compute all the way back to the beginning of the creation of the lake back in 74, 76. And anyway, we had a really big bill because they charged interest on all that time. Anyway, the total bill was around $13 million because of the relief in the legislation and the way that the calculation is made by the Corps. We only ended up owing $5 million. So we saved $8 million. So anyway, that was a great day. It took a while to get the ceremony scheduled, but it was fantastic, and you can see it was brief, but a nice event, and I believe there's some social media stuff out there, and the Senator's office put out some press release stuff, and it's good stuff. So that's what I did on Friday, then I got back in time to see Clue.
Clue was fun.
Yes.
My son's never done that, but.
Oh,
So we have something else that I know you're really excited about. We have the Outlaws.
yes.
Starting their season this coming month. They have their pregame or their preseason game, and so that's going to be exciting. That's on the 27th at 4.
Yeah, I think that's Sunday, right? At 4 o'clock. And that's fantastic. For those of you out there that you maybe remember, if you were an Outlaws fan, we were a brand new expansion team last year in the basketball league, and they won the title. Mm-hmm. And so we played into July, and there was, I don't know if it's not ticker tape, but it was confetti was blown around on the floor because they won the championship. And the coach won Coach of the Year, and Jonathan Reed was the owner. He brought us a winner in the very first year. So expectations are high. This is an exhibition game, but it should be fun. So hopefully, now that it's the second year of the Enid Outlaws, hopefully there will be more folks that want to come and see it because it is fantastic. It's good basketball. It's fun entertainment. Doesn't cost very much, $10 a person. And that's the first exhibition game. I think they have their home opener on March 11th because I think I recently put it on my calendar.
That's good information.
Yes.
To know. And then we also have the library. The library has a lot of events going on, and we highlight a few of them. And so one of them that they have going on right now is an author event. It's called Enid Author Fest, And so this is where they highly encourage local authors that can come and showcase their books and things of that nature. And if that is something that you would be interested in, then they ask that you register by March 17th, and you can go to their enid.okpls.org website, and so you can find all that information out there as well. And so then we also, as well as mentioning the library that has tons of things going on for all ages, we also have the Stride Bank Center that the Enid Outlaws plays at. And they also have a lot of other things going on there too. And so you can go to stridebankcenter.com, as well as Visit Enid has a lot of information about events going on around town and things of that nature. And that's visitenid.org. And so I think that's it that I have for quality of life. And we're going to move into like our road closures and things of that nature. And we are going to, I told you about this last week, and so there's a road closure on Peach and 12th Avenue for concrete repairs. And that began on February 10th. That should wrap up that approximately March 3rd or something of that nature. And so be on the lookout for that. And then we also have the Canary Lane concrete repairs being done there. And that began on March 14th, and that should wrap up around the end of February. So that was also for concrete repairs. And so that is, fortunately, all the road closures that I have. And so now we're going to talk about some things that are going on in the city. So
I wanted to mention that one of the notable road closures that we talked about a week or two ago opened yesterday, the intersection of Willow and Cleveland. So
yes,
that is great. If you go through that intersection, you realize that is wide open now as of yesterday. Everything's done and open, and with the expansion of the road from the railroad tracks to Willow, that intersection should not have to be closed for that again. So that ought to be welcome news for everybody that travels that area of town frequently.
This is nice. I drove by that today. And so we do have some board vacancies that are coming available. Did you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, from time to time, and we have volunteer boards of the city. You can see a list of them on the screen now. Most of them don't require anything other than a willing person to come and attend meetings and give input and serve. And so we appreciate the volunteers that sign up for this and encourage them to do so, and come to the City Commission meeting in the near future where the Commission is going to make decisions about who to appoint. And typically, a lot of times, whoever shows up that has an interest in being on the board gets put on one of these boards. So thank you for your interest in this. As you can see, there's gosh, I don't know, 15 boards that it looks like we're looking for anywhere from 1 to more applicants to put on those boards. These boards are important because they all give input to the city and are involved in the process, and some of them, like MAPC, has some direct roles and some things that only that board does, like lot splits. They're involved in zoning. They're involved in those kind of issues. I'm trying to think of some other kinds of issues, land use issues, approving plats, and housing developments and things. So it's a great board to be on. The Golf Advisory Board doesn't meet as much, but if you love golf, we need people that love golf and can help us make good suggestions. Some boards, like Construction Board of Appeals, has specific requirements. You can see that. Various different licensed contractors. That board doesn't meet as regularly, but an important thing that's getting ready to happen with that board is we are getting ready to implement the 2018 International Code Council building standards. And so we'll have a hearing in front of the Construction Board of Appeals, and it's nice that we have licensed people on that board that are already familiar with these requirements, can give us input and feedback that will eventually take the City Commission when we ask them to approve what the state has already approved. So as you take a look through there, if you see anything of interest, please jump in. Police Civil Service, that's anyone that understands how we're organized. In the City of Enid, by charter, we have a police civil service system and a fire civil service system, and those are among other things, they're the hiring and firing authorities for those public safety departments, meaning they're involved in the hiring process and they're involved in the disciplinary process, and so they have a very specific role. And others are advisory boards like Park Board, Library Board, the Holiday King, the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Holiday Commission is a year-round board, and their primary function is to plan for event recognition of the holiday, which we just had in January for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and raise awareness and educate the public. So all good stuff. You can see I won't run through the rest of them, but if you have any interest, please look on our website. It'll tell you what the requirements are, if any, and it'll tell you when they meet. And if you have questions, reach out to me or Scott, Morris the city, or our city clerk, Summer Anderson, who can tell you all about it. We'd love to serve with you.
You can find that information that he just spoke about at enid.org/board application. And so if that's something that you're interested in, then I would definitely look into that for sure. And then we also have the CDBG grant.
Hey, it's a great opportunity to apply for some grants. The deadline's on the screen, Friday, March 18th. You can see what kind of activities the funding committee is going to be contemplating. The funding committee will make recommendations to the City Commission at some point in the May or June timeframe for approval. But if you have any questions about any of this stuff, Dawn McCarty is our CDBG grants administrator person, and I don't have her phone number off the top of my head, but I think it might be 616-7211. And so if you try that number and it's not Dawn, sorry, but I think that might be her if you need some help on any of this stuff that you see on the screen or anything with CDBG.
But I'm sure whoever answers would be more than willing to be helpful to find that right number
Absolutely. For you. And the city has typically gotten about $450,000 through our allotment from the federal government. That's on an annual basis. This year we've also applied for some one-time funds related to COVID and CARES that are for some specific activities, and Dawn can tell you all about that too. And we don't know if we're going to get any of those monies, but we sure hope so. And I think those monies will be to help with rent and mortgage assistance and utility assistance and fixing your building assistance. All needs in the community.
For sure. We also have the next commission meeting is at March 1st at 6:30 p.m. So this is a place to voice your concerns and your thoughts on things that you feel about.
Yeah, some exciting stuff coming up. We just reviewed the agenda today. It's not finalized. We'll finalize it by the end of the week and post it on Friday, and there could be a few potential changes on Monday. Right now we don't have a whole lot for the study session, so don't know what we'll end up with on that. But on the regular meeting, we don't have a whole lot either. But I know that we're going to be adding some items, some OG&E items, and on a future franchise vote of the people. I think that might be on the March the 1st meeting. So, and I do anticipate that there may be an executive session to discuss some CAW acquisition issue stuff. So anyway, interesting stuff. It's always a chance for you to come and to the public meeting if you would like to and address the commission in public comments, which that meeting starts at 6:30, and public comments follows pretty shortly after the pledge and the prayer and the roll call and a few other ceremonial traditional things that we do. So feel free to come out. You can also watch it on YouTube and Facebook and I guess TV if you have a Roku and whatever the other things we stream it on are. Great.
Great. So we also have our C-Click Fix app. And I've spoken about this so many times, and I'm going to continue to be an advocate for this tool. It is a useful app that we highly recommend that you download. And it's just basically helps us to be able to correct things that are going on, such as a down sign or something of that nature. And you can also request a public transit ride. And things of that nature. You can report potholes, just all kinds of different things. And so we highly recommend. And so if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call and we will try and help you as much as we can. And then I think, yeah, and then if you want to stay connected with what the City of Enid is doing and what they're doing for you in the community, highly recommend that you stay connected with our social media platforms, which is Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, as well as our YouTube channel and SeeClickFix and Roku and our Fire TV. And other than that, I'm so glad that you came today.
Well, I'm glad to be here with you.
And warm.
Well, it's kind of cold, but it's warming up outside. It's not like it was yesterday.
True. Very true.
But spring's coming. Just a couple quick notes because I think we're almost done. Budget time is upon us at the City of Enid, so we will be looking at budget items, submitting things. If you have ideas for things that need to be fixed, our #1 goal down here is to fix things, fix infrastructure, and provide municipal services. So streets, I'm sure we're going to have more streets in the budget process than we can probably end up doing based on the money that we have. But sometimes we don't know about every problem that needs to be fixed. So if you can reach out to us, and feel free, you can send it to me, to Scott, you can send it to communications, you can probably send it through SeeClickFix if you want to, with budget ideas or requests. We'll certainly compile them all and work through them, and ultimately we'll submit a budget to the City Commission probably in late April or early May, and then we'll go through several budget meetings and hearings that are open to the public. So we want you to be involved. This local government impacts you the most, so get involved. And if you have suggestions for improvement, we're open to constructive criticism, so help us out. Thank you.
Thanks, Enid. Have a good day. You guys be safe out there.